Food's always been an important part of her life, but not necessarily chocolate. Until one night after a cordon bleu class in Paris.
That evening I went home and I made my first truffle, and I decided chocolate was the medium.
And if the medium is the message, her newfound passion translates into millions of truffles and one heck of a culinary adventure.
Gosh, I get inspiration from so many things, mostly travel and meeting people from other cultures, going to regional places and eating street food. Well, I have a very big mission, sort of to bring peace to the world through chocolate, which is a big idea, but really it started out just getting people to open their minds up to new ideas and sort of less judgment on, oh, that sounds terrible, instead of being like open to like trying something like with curry. We use chocolate very much as a medium to explore other cultures and tell stories and ingredients. What we're really known for, I think, is the exotic.
I think chocolate is the most powerful word in the food dictionary, as I say. And when you say the word chocolate to someone, they just sort of gasp for, oh my gosh, oh yes, chocolate, I'll try it. And then you say, oh, well, there's oyster in it or there's curry. They, have a little trepidation to actually put it to their mouth. But because it's chocolate, they're sort of open to trying it. And I say that because I say chocolate can open people's minds to new ideas is because with our chocolate, we do very exotic, interesting storytelling and flavor profiles with chocolate. And I think once someone has something that they never thought they would like, that they never thought they would try, like curry and chocolate, and they have it, and they have this great experience, in some way I think that they are changed and they are more open to trying other flavors, whether it be wasabi or curry or olive oil. Or maybe they're more open to other things in their life, to people or conversations or ideas.
I just kind of grew it organically out of my house, but I always knew it was going to be big and significant. I always knew, I had a really strong vision for the brand, and it's all about pleasure and experience and surprise.
When it comes to gourmet chocolatiers, Vosges is leading the way in sustainability, showing that it's possible to use mostly organic ingredients while maintaining control over the whole supply chain.
So I started something called the Green Purchasing Oath, where we would measure our green impact by what we bought. So our goal is 90% of what we buy needs to be either post-consumer recycled material, biodegradable, or organic. The project that we're doing in Belize is really cool because it's a sustainable agricultural eco-lodge. So it has a lot going on. What we're doing there is planting heritage varietals of cacao, criollo, and trinitario, about 3,000 acres. And then we're making bean to bar chocolate down there. We're calling it root to bar because we're actually planting the cacao, which is very rare and unusual that you get the chance to have your own land to plant cacao in. If you get a chance to come down, it's going to be amazing. You can learn how to make chocolate, coffee, vanilla, spirits. You can learn about sustainable agriculture. And it's really exciting for me because it's really going the full vertical for us, from planting to making chocolate. Wildophilia is basically an American road trip through chocolate. We really wanted to bridge the local farmers movement in the States with chocolate and really focus on traceability of ingredients and craft process with some of the best, most esteemed farmers and food artisans in the country. So I felt like someone needed to connect the dots with chocolate, sort of a bridge between the local farmers movement and chocolate. When I first started Vosges, I was working all the time, and so I didn't have a lot of time for doing charity work. I found when I was in Paris actually getting my hair cut, I was reading a magazine, and there was a story about a woman from Afghanistan, and her face was completely marred, and her skin, and as I read the story, I guess she showed too much arm skin, and so her husband decided to punish her by throwing acid all over her. And that really hit me very deeply, and when I got back to the States, I was like, I want to figure out how to help sort of women in this situation. And I found V-Day, which is anti-violence against women and girls worldwide, and they support grassroots organizations all over the world. And so I called them. I said, I'm just starting out, but I'd really love to help contribute, to your cause in some way. And so we started with them 14 years ago, and right when I started. It's a way for us to sort of share those stories of what V-Day is doing and also give back proceeds to V-Day. We also do some cool things for children's charities. There's a really cool one called Little Kids Rock. It's all about supporting music education for children, which is something that keeps getting cut and cut. And creativity is something that I'm really, really interested in fostering, and innovation, and at a young age, at an old age, at any age, it's really important because innovation and creativity is just what's made this brand unique. It's a big part of our culture. All these steps that I go through in creating chocolate, and hopefully that will inspire people just to think about things in a different way.